I hate how much Seed Destiny uses flashbacks. We've been here. We're 40 episodes into the show. We remember what we're here for. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons. I was going to say something funny, but then nothing funny came into my head, because that's how comedy works. Anyway.
Yeah, it's one of those days, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was going to make some sort of joke about what the group you believe in the show or something like that, and it's like, well, there's nothing really funny, or like none of your beliefs in any of the groups or the people or the characters is like that objectionable. So it's like other shows we've had this framework where I've been like on one side, you've been heavily on the other side, so it's like a clear divide between us. But it's just like these are like gray characters, and we both dislike the same people for the same reasons. So, yeah, no real lively debate we can have here. Hey, you want to redefine terrorism? Oh wait, no, I'm tired of that. Never mind. Like I said, last fight. Sorry, I just like finger rolled all over my keyboard. Like, last fight was not interesting for me because nothing was accomplished. Like maybe Kigali lost an arm on the Gundam. Yeah. But nothing came of it really, because again, if you fight one of Kira's loved ones, don't expect to resolve that fight, because that would that would also mark a change in the pattern of the show, and we can't only do that near like the season ending or the season beginning. So that's narratively unsatisfying. Because what's the stake of a fight if the fight doesn't resolve?
It should be resolving this episode, I hope. We're not going to go into BBC territory.
I don't know. Could. I mean, we're fighting Orb, and they're not communicating, so the fight can go on as long as they don't talk to one another. Or capture Jibril. Like, that was the most interesting aspect. Like, where's Jibril? Nobody knows. And, like, call in, everyone's searching, and it's like, well, they killed those guys, and then the two guys with him are just like, well, I pick up the thing. They probably don't know what I sound like. Nothing here. You know?
Yeah.
Which means that they're making their way to the, not a space elevator, the ramp. I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah. The launch ramp, yeah.
Yeah, so they're just going to get out of here because I, for some reason, can only assume that Zaft isn't going to shoot something going up, and Orb isn't going to for any reason. Like, that should be the thing, right? Oh, someone's trying to get away. And gone.
I mean, it looked like somebody was trying to shoot something that was getting away. I don't know if they're gonna succeed though.
I don't know. I didn't see that the next time on. I focused on the Una thing. Yeah, I mean, again, not much interesting to talk about here because I don't like anyone anymore. I mean, I'm still on Shin's side, but Shin... Well, I still like Shin, but Shin is become... I can't have suddenly forgotten the name of the character that everyone loves in Gundam 00. From the famous phrase, I am Gundam, he's the one that says it. Oh, and effectively, he becomes superhuman or whatever. He merges with an alien, essentially, and it's the only Gundam with an alien, and it's in the movie, but he essentially, like, doesn't learn it. He gets the Quantum Gundam, which allows him to just basically quantum tunnel through space. So he can go anywhere in the galaxy or universe or whatever, and he goes to the aliens, and they merge with him. And then he appears like 30 years, 40 years in the future to see a character who's just about to die. And there was like a special thing, because apparently there's going to be another movie coming out. And he just appears to a dead character and says, hey, do you want my powers?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it was already the
2001.
Well, he's already the most powerful Gundam series. Like, they have, like, solar energy engines in their Gundams, and they have shields, like, literally glowing shields around them that nothing can hurt. But also, you can use the shield energy as a weapon. Since nothing can penetrate it, it penetrates everything. It's really the cheat in your, hey, which Gundam would defeat which other Gundam?
Yeah.
I forgot why I brought it up.
Unlikable characters. Shin.
Shin. Yeah. Yeah, he's just become without personality. Like that character. That was my entire point. I was trying to emphasize how lacking of personality was. Like, again, I think Double O comes out after this, and that was their course correction. What if we did a lot of things more extreme than this show, but we like reduced everyone's personalities so it was less high school drama than these characters appear to be, which I feel like was the opposite way, because now I don't care about all the stuff that's happening, and the characters suck. So, that's right, everybody who's followed us through the entire seed journey so far. I've spent all my time, biding all of my time, to have a whole diatribe about how much your favorite Gundam sucks. Now let's talk about Gundam Wing, or G Gundam, and how cool they were. Okay, to be fair, as stupid as those two shows were, I cared about when the characters were in a fight.
Gundam Wing had its stupid moments, but not as many as people think there is. G Gundam was just silly, so it wasn't.
For me,
and then it's silly again.
For me, Gundam Wing is rides a lot on the same thing Macross 7 does. The best soundtrack in Gundam.
It has a good soundtrack. Yeah,
it's memorable. Everyone remembers at least some soundtracks from Gundam Wing. G Gundam was just fun. Domo Kashu is just walking along, getting into fights with people, and then calls the Gundam like Roger Smith does the Big O. Right?
Yeah.
He's one of the only Gundam pilots I know that walks around with a sword on his hip. And then we gotta keep our eyes out for windmills all over the fucking place. You know?
Yeah.
It's like a fighting tournament. Also, Master Asia. The East is burning red. Like, how many Gundam pilots can fight a Gundam on foot with their scarf? Like, pull off scarf, whipped you like a goof.
Yeah.
It's fun, and because they're so fun, I'm invested. I'm more invested if they were serious, right? If you tried pulling that shit for serious, like Master Asia as a real character, I would not be invested at all. I'm invested because you're fun, and I want to know what fun thing we're going to do next. Anyway, that is my critique of the Gundam franchise vis-a-vis everything everyone hates about all the other pieces of Gundam. Oh, yeah, sorry, one last critique. I hate how they're just ripping off Universal Century constantly. Like, Jins looked so fucking cool back in Season 1. They're like, we can't animate Jins anymore. But we have all these extra Zaku's frames that we can just like put all over the place. Like, obviously not. The Zaku's look different here, but why do we have Zaku's, Doms, and Goofs? Also, it was Earth Alliance in the first time. Now it's the Earth Federation. Like, we're just ripping everything off.
Yeah.
The disappointment just stacks. Let's get into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Infinite Justice.
Well, not yet. They're still calling it the Justice, which I guess means he loses and then comes back. Or maybe he dies. Maybe he dies, and that's why it's called the Infinite Justice, like some sort of send-off. I'm sad that they didn't name one of these the Injustice. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Like, I don't even think they've hit each other yet. Well, I guess maybe we're going to establish the fact, like Fender keeps pointing out, that Atheron's gotten weaker as the show's gone on. Unless Fender has been trying to gaslight us into thinking that, and then Atheron just wins. Why'd you choose to show Durka in that frame? Yazik was there. Show me more Yazik.
Yeah, baby killers. That's what we need.
She was a toddler, thank you.
That makes it better.
Actually, I don't know what
Yeah.
the age range is on these descriptions. She wasn't a baby. She was... I can't think of it. That kid, you know who Atherin is. You've met him before.
やめさせて。艦長、どうか彼の思う通りに。
Let him die. in
I
peace.
owe him that much after I've cucked him with his best friend. I don't know why it's become like my ultimate insult for a bunch of these characters. Oh, you're all cucks.
アスランザラジャスティス出る
Yep. More of
A
this.
wounded guy. Yeah.
A
Trying
wounded
to fight
guy,
against
a
it.
clone of Rao, and
Moo running
and,
around.
a war orphan walk into a bar.
And a super coordinator. Or maybe he's no longer the super coordinator. Maybe Shin is supposed to be the new super coordinator.
I don't know. Maybe Ray is. I mean,
Hasn't shown anything.
we've seen Ray lose before, is what I was about to say, but
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything though. Like again, if we're guessing that Ray's
He's
maybe like an immortal Methuselian guy who's like been
Yeah.
super built from the genes of people, but maybe he just doesn't fucking care. Like I don't care
Yeah.
if I lose. In fact, the more I lose, the weaker people think I am. So the less they're gonna suspect me of anything. That's the things I talk about, or I think about when I'm watching people play story-based choice games. Like, how many story-based segments can you achieve only by losing previous ones? And people are so on winning all the time that they're never going to see those because they're like, oh, and I got to reload because I lost this one. It's like, yeah, but you only get the good ending if you lose some of these, maybe.
I don't know. I mean,
shit I would do.
Winning by losing is just dumb.
No,
It's
I
a
mean,
video
no,
game,
it's,
not a novel.
I'm not talking about winning by, well, if that's Ray's plan, I'm saying that's not dumb because it's part of the ploy. It's part of the red herring. I'm saying that
Mhm.
that's a way that would only work for people who don't reload games. Like if you're just going to play the game straight, winning by losing, because, you know, not every loss is a complete loss. Also, obviously, since they're on the good guy side, they're going to make these guys better than the Black Tri-Stars, who were just fucking awful, if you think about it.
I mean, they were awful against, what's his name?
The Gundam.
The Gundam, yeah.
Yeah.
They were good against everyone else.
Yeah. I mean, barely. They were good in a fight where no other mobile suits existed. So, does that make you good?
どこにいるんだ
Like a white guy playing basketball in the 50s? You know what I'm saying? Does that record really stand? Really? Oh, this is the first time a rocket's gonna get through all of that shit? Because Moo fired it?
That's a big gun.
下ろしてくれるか
整備班緊急着艦用意
See, I told you. Obviously. For people watching on the playlist, I've said obviously like back to back in an hour's time versus the time that we've actually been recording.
I mean, it doesn't seem like, oh yeah, Ray is participating until now.
Again, I suspect he has alternative motives, so maybe he doesn't actually want to win. Yeah, he's flashing back to the fact that the legend looks like Rao's thing. Even though you're the one using gun bits. Yeah, you'd think if Ray had any attachment to Rao, he'd be more pissed about Kira.
Yeah.
Which might actually be why he was trying to be the one to go out.
That's 4 swords that he has there.
It's also the second
has all the
use
swords.
of the opera singer. God, I can't fucking kill anybody. Both people he thinks he's killed. Yeah, Kira, the guy who probably killed my family. The orb is doing it to itself. Don't conflate these two things. They're literally shielding a war criminal. Put the phone to your ear. Remember what you're fighting for. I hate how much Seed Destiny uses flashbacks. We've been here. We're 40 episodes into the show. We remember what we're here for. Like, give us new flashbacks, if anything. Like, things we haven't seen before. Hey, remember how Stella's afraid of drowning? Wouldn't it be a big old goof if we just, like, dropped her into the dead body into the water? Also, not once did you ask if Marin was alive. Already have been. Honestly, let him go. He's probably gonna get himself killed.
Like that.
Yeah, see?
Poor baby.
If you had gone after him, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
Props for getting him killed, though, I guess. I didn't... Even though I described it ahead of time, I didn't actually see it coming. Yeah, where is Anato? Also, surprised that Jibral's waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, he's dead. I forgot. I'm assuming he got killed when the thing crashed through the wall. Because it went far enough that, yeah, remember it crashed through the wall in the room that he was in, but then it also kept going into his second room that very clearly looked like he killed those people. I just think for some reason that he survived, but clearly I'm wrong. Oh, great. Turn the 2-episode fight now into a water fight. You know it's going to take them long to get underwater? Hit them now while they're barely moving. Again, Archangel is defending Jibral, essentially. It's funny how much the map of the island in the background looks like Australia in the Universal Century. Because we have no fucking new ideas for this show. Well, yeah, there's a giant hole clear where Operation British Islandifish came down. Cool. more flashbacks. If I remember, but I'm taking notes about this episode, I'm gonna count how much time of actual episode there is. No, just how much time of actual episode. Like, I'm gonna say 12 minutes.
Probably more.
I don't actually know. I could be being flippant. I don't know. It's flashback after flashback.
Oops.
司令、状況は我が軍に不利です。一時撤退を。
何を言うか。ここでジブリールを逃がしたら、またどれほどの事態になることか。
I don't know, maybe put some of our space forces in space above here. We are a space nation after all. Oh no, my favorite character. Bald guy in green room. With red lighting. So they had a hidden underground space ramp. On top of their above ground space ramp. How very almost a swastika you have made that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. He's launching at a speed to achieve at orbit.
Orbit. Yeah.
You're launching at a speed to get out of the hangar. I don't think you're going to catch up. It doesn't seem like you're going to have the same velocity he's got. Also, that you're taking the time to assemble.
Yeah.
Although I'm assuming this is taking place in Sailor Moon time, which means that everyone else is paused, like a Zack and Morris thing. Yeah, like you looked really close back there, but suddenly he's way off in the distance. I mean, also to be fair, if that is Jibril and that's your main objective, then it doesn't matter anymore.
There's a point. She has a point.
I mean, other than the fact that Orb is an enemy nation still. Like, they didn't call about the Jibril thing. They also didn't call to say regime change, and we're not allied to the Earth Federation. But once again, do not talk to Zaft. Communications blackout.
Well, the Sirens are gone. That's the thing. The Gali doesn't have to worry about them. Now, can she convince the Randall to stop the war?
But I mean, who fucking even cares about the Sirens?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you sided with the Earth Federation the whole fucking time and then didn't renounce it when you took back command. Don't worry, I can give him blood transfusion. I am Jesus after all. My blood heals other people's blood. Every Lunameria shot has to start from behind because that's the audience.
それらの参入によって状況は不利となり、その上依然として彼が未だに国内にいるという確証も得られませんでしたので、
Also, yeah, what a slap in the face it's got to be that all your trained military officers got beaten by a teenage girl who just re-entered the scene.
グラディス艦長、判断は適切だったと思う。シャトルの件については、
Yeah, you're saying that.
Because
You're saying that because you have.
you're talking to your ex
There's
and
no-
she's mad at you.
手段を考える。
Yeah.
私はそう考えます。
Why is she crying though?
She probably thinks
Or
Atherin's
Atherin?
dead.
いい
Yeah.
場所がなくってね。
That's been her whole motivation after the getting out of there thing.
C42、11月29日生まれ。大西洋連邦ノースルバ出身。
Goddamn North Lubians. You know what they say about them.
入隊。現在
They probably don't exist.
独立機動軍、通称ファントムペイン大佐のはずなんだがな。だが、なんだかちょっと自信がなくなってきた。あんたを知ってるような気がする。いや、
Yeah, you're the guy that she fell in love with after his first boyfriend died, and then
What
she thought
if-
you died, but you're now back again.
What if Moo was also her first boyfriend? And we're just doing this a third time.
これで言っちまいなかった。
I just can't quit you.
あんたが苦しいのは分かってるつもりだ。でも、俺も苦しい。
Acid though? I mean, he died, so it's pretty hard when you die.
あんたのそばに。
But then again, the new personality you have is also pretty asshole. It's much of an asshole as well. So
I mean, it's not that much of an asshole. Really, he's only guilty of the Stella thing. But I think that was just a matter of she's not safe anywhere. At least I can keep you close by. Literally put you in the most defensible thing we have.
って言わない方がいいよ。アスラには絶対大丈夫って言うから。
そうです
That's what I usually say.
はい
I gotta stop doing it. My medical reports say I am fine, and that's not good for what I'm doing, sir.
またこうして
yeah.
君と話せる日が来て。平和な時は当たり前ですぐ忘れちゃうけど、そういうの本当はとても幸せなことだって。
What? Were you assuming
Yeah,
that
death and destruction.
yeah, nobody died out there? Is that what we're assuming? This is a happy day.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, just outside the ship, crying, crying all over the
Yeah.
place.
おう、とりあえず意思を示す。あとはそれからだって。
オーブ連合首長国代表首長カガリユラ・アスハです。今日私は全世界のメディアを通じ、先日ロード・ジブリールの身柄引き渡し要求とともに我が国に侵攻したプラント最高評議会議長ギルバート・デュランダル氏にメッセー
When
ジ
you
を送りたい
refuse to do so?
果実、さまざまな情報とともに我々に送られたロゴスに関するデュランダル議長のメッセージは確かに衝撃的なものでした。ロゴスを撃つ、そして戦争のない世界にという議長の言葉は
So far true.
今の世界で政治に携わる者としても、また生きる一個人としても確かに魅力を感じざるを得ません。ですが、それが
私は落
Oh, no, no, Lacus is gonna ruin it all. I mean, Mir's gonna ruin it all.
小堀。
She's gonna
行われた
make it all true.
もう皆さんもご存知のことでしょう。プラントとも親しい関係にあったかの国がなぜジブリール氏をかくまうという選択をしたのかは今もって理解することはできません。ブルーコスモスの名手プラントに核を放つ
Never mind. Mir's my girl.
兵器で街を焼くことも子供たちをただ
Why is she a girl? She's actually doing it on behalf of Durando
Yeah.
to keep the war going.
戦ってまで守るのでしょうか。
So?
オーブに守
So
られ
what? We don't want the war to continue, right?
Hold
Supposedly
on, hold
Durando
on.
is
Let's
about
have this
peace, right?
argument when we're clear near the end.
ではキラ、私も参りますわ。
ロックス。
Yeah, now she's gonna make her presence known. Well after you should have done a long time ago.
私にももう迷いはありません。
Again, we're choosing like 30 episodes after you should have done a thing to do a thing.
私たちの世界に誘惑は数多くあります。より良きもの、多くのものを望むことは
That's the American dream.
悪いことではありません。ですが、ロゴスは別です。あれはあってはならないもの。この人の世に不要で。
And to be fair, this is where Mir goes different from Lacus, so this is now Mir being Mir.
その方の姿に惑わされないでください。
Thank God you were like a minute away from
Yeah.
a worldwide communication center.
私はラクスクラインです。
And why would anyone believe you over the other one?
バカな。なぜ彼女がオーブに。
Okay, to the argument. I'm on her side,
Yeah.
and it's not about the war continuing. Obviously, it's about getting Gibril. And also
Yeah, but
the
the
element
way-
that
the way
she
she
is
was
not
putting it.
she's not talking down the fact that they tried to defend Gibril. Like, we obviously didn't let her finish, but I don't know why they interrupted her at that point, because it seemed
I
like,
know why.
well,
Because Randall wants to continue the war. He wants to destroy Orb because, like they said, he's in the way.
no.
It's not Mir.
No,
like they
that
said.
wasn't a operation to destroy Orb. Otherwise, they would have used more forces. Literally, they have so many more forces available than what they used. This was to get Gibril. And as I said before, Orb has made themselves an enemy of the world. They didn't cut their ties with the Earth Federation when when Kigali took over. She could have so easily done any of this ahead of time, but she didn't. So she's choosing to make herself an enemy of the world. Hold on.
ラクスの声に戸惑う世界。
Oh, it ruined
そ
that.
れをも飲み込んで望まぬ炎は再び空を裂く。信じたいのは聞きたい言葉。それをも選ぶというのなら人は。次回機動戦士ガンダムシードデスティニー。二人のラクス。ザフトの誇り守り抜けザク。
Yeah. But yeah, no, they shouldn't have shown us the beam thing. That just ruins everything we were trying to guess at what might happen. They literally should have done what happened in season 1, where just suddenly the super weapon uncloaks and then fires for the first time, with no clue what was happening. That was a good reveal. But yeah, no, again, Kigali is fucked up leading this country. She should have cut ties. She should have talked to Zaft in a very public forum so that they couldn't try and deny anything. She set herself up as the enemy. And I don't think Mir is egging the war on. I think Mir is leading the charge on Gibril. And she's just publicly questioning Orb's, I guess, idealism or goals to discount whatever Kigali would say next before Kigali could say something next.
Well, if you really want peace, let Kigali say what they want to say.
She's
But now
literally
you're just preempting it. Preempting it's like, oh, we're gonna. She was going, okay, well, this is information we get, blah blah blah. When she was about to say what she was about to say, boom! Here comes Mir. It's like, no, they sheltered Gibril. So I mean, the point is, they're keeping the war against Orb alive. That's what she's doing. Because by pointing out that Gibril by Orb was,
I would argue that Kigali is Kigali is keeping the war against Orb alive. Not once has she separated herself from the enemy.
She didn't get the chance. Now that she was doing it,
she had the chance immediately when she took power.
But now that she's doing it, she didn't get. She
should have done it then. She should have done it then. She should have done it 30 episodes ago when she was told to go back to Orb. She should have done it a long time ago. And you're like, no, it's fine now. 8 episodes from the end. She's doing it now. She's doing it now.
Well, let it happen now.
I can't hear you. Can you come across all those mass graves before you start talking to me? You're at a distance. It's a lot of graves. So many dead because she couldn't speak up before. I'm not giving her this is old Kigali. We really love old Kigali. She's fucked this up. Kira has fucked this up. It's all bad. And you know, the only person who might be making headway is the guy Ozyman dying his way through all of this. So you know what?
Well, if he's Ozyman dying, says he's actually the culprit of far more death and the setup of all this. Ozymandias never had the right to murder.
At least
everybody in New York
Ozymandias
City.
was moving towards an end. Kigali is just tripping her way to the finish line with no prize. At least Durandal's prize is world peace. Like, at
Is it,
least,
though?
yeah. At the end of the day, the people leaving Durandal's cemetery, the survivors, are going to have a better world. Because that's the whole setup. That's everything he's been trying to achieve, and at least it seems like Durandal is actually believing that that's the case. It's like,
Yeah, but
it's
by
not
the
like
same
he's not
token,
Yuna, who's like, power. I just want power and control, and I want to have a fun time. Durandal believes, it seems like, what he's talking about. So, Kigali's graveyard is just full of, well, we can go back to the way things were before. Hope we can get ready for World War III, you know?
the thing is, we don't know exactly what Durandal is up to. He's saying these things, but
Again, he also seems to believe them to the point that he's having conversations with his like closer inner circle about how things will be later. Not like Jibril, who's like, we can apologize later. Actually, we don't have to apologize. Once we win, there won't be anybody left alive to apologize because everyone will be on our side to begin with.
I mean, Jibril is an asshole. I mean, he should be.
I'm talking about how things will turn out once the people that we're referring to win, right? Durandal will be a world of peace for the survivors. Jibril, same thing, sort of, except it'll be a fascist state or a corporal fascist state for the naturals, and I guess we'll execute whatever extended survive the end of the war because we don't want them around. Or we'll mass produce them as we'll wipe all their memories or make them believe that they're like happy with the lives they're going to leave as slaves underneath the naturals or whatever. Whatever happens there. Clearly, Durandal is also a utopia for both sides. He's not anti-natural. Kigali, though, no real plan. No real plan other than she is actually Rorschach. And I know you're on Rorschach's side in Watchmen. Rorschach is the one fucking it up for me in Watchmen. So, no real plan, but people ought to know what's going on, even if that makes things worse for everybody. Even if that involves letting World War III happen. People have the right to know so that they can kill themselves. Ultimately, there's such a thing as too much freedom. We shouldn't print warning labels. People should have the right to just drink whatever fluids they want.
I mean, you put the right warning labels, and people can still drink.
We shouldn't have rules about what drugs should be legalized. People should take however much and however many drugs that they want, and everybody else should have to pay for their funerals and the medical costs and everything like that. I know that comes off hard right wing, but I'm just saying that at a certain point, too much freedom can also be a problem. There needs to be a solid middle ground of like everybody agreeing that this is probably the right amount, and we can all have this. Like not like 100% freedom for these guys and like 20% freedom for these guys, but we should all have like the same amount of freedoms, and those freedoms should be the right amount that nobody gets hurt by other people's freedoms. No shouting fire in a crowded theater. Because we all agree that freedom of speech is nice, but there's probably some things we shouldn't say in certain locations.
But at the same time, I don't believe that Durandal's solution will be a good solution. First of all, I don't believe the solution. And also, I don't believe. I am skeptical how he got there, because I do believe that he's behind the Break the World incident.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that's probably true as well. Like I said, that's what I'm calling him the Ozymandias thing, because that's the Ozymandias reference I'm making. Break the World is giant squid,
nobody has the right to murder millions, because maybe my plan will perhaps bring world peace. Perhaps.
I mean, he's getting pretty damn close. Literally, he's united most of the world already. Really, now the good guys are the ones standing against world peace. Literally, they're Rorschaching. Rorschach is literally, everyone believes what's happened, actually. There's no record of what Ozymandias has done. Literally, he killed everybody who knew. So, now that the world's together, Rorschach, for the knowledge and peace of everybody else, is going to say, hey, here's my record of everything that happened. You're going to ruin world peace for the sake of making sure people aren't ignorant.
And I don't think it will even last anyway. So,
well, that's your belief, because unfortunately, as a work of fiction, we don't know. There's no way to extrapolate what's going to happen after the fact, because as it turns out, well, from the movie anyway, he's an ongoing threat because he literally goes to Mars. Like, we can get that guy, because I think that's what the show does, that we know he's on Mars, so we can keep fighting.
Yeah.
But I don't know actually what happens in the comics after Squid and everything. So, yeah, like I said, for me right now, the extrapolation is who has a plan and who doesn't. And Kigali's is status quo was good enough. And even though status quo got us 2 giant genocidal wars, so status quo isn't good enough.
The thing, I think you're saying, status quo goes, I got you 1 war, but the second one, I mean, remember, we started at least at an armistice. And if
we signed a peace agreement. That's the Eileen Canaver thing at the very beginning, where she's signing the peace
agreement.
We
were at peace. It was tentative, but we were at peace. Somebody decided to try to kill everybody on Earth and kickstart the war again. So if
I remember Jibril was already setting that up too. So it's not Durandal who started the other war. That's Jibril and Logos with their whole, once we kill all the plants, we don't have to worry about anything anymore.
Yeah, but that happened after the world break event.
Yeah, but we know that Jibril and Logos were already setting up for it anyway. We got scenes of them in their, like, men's club. I don't know what the fuck that place. Well, there were no men there. I mean, there were no women there, so maybe it was a men's club.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little sausage party at the top, I guess.
Yeah, but then if that's the case, that's on them, and we deal with them, right? But if somebody's willing to, these people might do that, let me kill everybody.
Well, again, it's the human condition. It's the fucking point of the show, is that we're going to keep doing this. That's Rao's point. Again, I'm not defending Rao's position, at least, but I'm just saying that I understand that, something has to be done, and this whole show is about how do you end the cycle. And as I said back in season 1 and at the start of season 2, I don't see any realistic answer. And their answer was, hey, Watchmen had a pretty good idea. So, literally, there is no real answer unless you are going to go to some sort of extreme. And in that case, it becomes almost unrealistic. But at the same time, probably the only real answer is something that seems unrealistic. So, I'm willing to go say, hey, among solutions given, Durandal's might be the worst, but it could also be the best. In that it is a solution. Actually, it's not the worst, because Rao's was the worst.
Anyway, that was this episode. We have 8 episodes to go.
8, an OVA series, and a movie, and then I think there might be another movie being made at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, I've also considered, what do we do after Seed?
I mean, we haven't done Wing.
We watched the movie Endless Waltz on the channel as a Christmas special once. I mean, I'm down to watch Wing with you. I was thinking about maybe asking you what AU you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And then we put that on a poll maybe and seeing what.
I mean, Quicks is going to come out as well as a series, so we might see.
Yeah. Actually, that's true. I was already planning for that, but that would be. See, the thing is we usually record 2 episodes on the day, and that's only going to be 1 episode a week, so we'd still have room for something.
Yeah.
I'm still looking around. So, is there anything? Can I get any Quicks or Geeks or whatever the fuck it is? I know there's a pronunciation out there, but I never got it in my head.
I'll have to think about it. We don't have to rush. We still have some time.
Yeah. I mean, 4 weeks plus 8 weeks plus 8 weeks. 4 weeks, probably. I think there's only like 6 episodes of the OVA, or 4 episodes. Probably gonna say 2. So, what? 8 is 4, 2, 6, plus the movie, so 9, 10 weeks. 10 weeks because there's also got rankings and the episode thing. So probably 10 weeks left in our seed journey, if nothing new comes out. So 2.5 months.
Yep. So we have time.
Yeah. All right. Well, that has been it for this episode. So once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?